Hello, Keith Ruck here at VintageMachinery.org. So I'm going to put together a little odds and ends video for you guys this week, and got several things that we need to cover in this episode. Number one, we got some viewer mail that's come in I want to share with you. I got one nice little item there that I think you guys will like. Also received from a viewer a giveaway item, an item that when he told me what he had, I said, well, quite honestly, I don't have a use for it. He said, well, I'm going to send it to you anyway, and you can give it away to another viewer that can use this item. So hang on for a minute, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit, and we'll have a little drawing or something to give away this item, I think. And third thing we're going to talk about is shop updates. So finally, after the first of the year, I think I shared with you guys maybe in a previous video that basically the month of December this year was just a wash as far as getting any work done on the shop, mainly because of rain. You know, my contractor was supposed to come in the week after Thanksgiving. They ended up having to go to another job, and it just started raining. And before they could get back over here, it rained, and we got about 10 inches of rain during the month of December. And we just weren't able to do anything. So right at the first of the year, this past Monday, they got out and got started, and just a little bit there. On Monday, they were having the lumber and stuff delivered out. It didn't get here till after lunch. And then when they got out here, the lumber company had sent the wrong studs, the wrong 2x4s for the building, and they had to come back, pick them up, bring another load out. So they didn't get really much of anything done on Monday. They did a little bit of layout work, and that was it. But on Tuesday, really got started in earnest on the shop. And I'll go ahead and cut to a video and kind of show you what the progress looked like at the end of day one.
Well, day one of construction here, the contractors just left, and you can see got a good bit of framing done today. Got most all of the outer walls up, except right here in the centers where the doors are going to be, and they're leaving those open right now just for access to be able to get in here. Got about half of the post put up on one side. I got one put up on the other side and here on the left, and they'll be back tomorrow. First thing they'll do is finish putting those up. But it's coming right along. We're going to have 10-foot eaves on the side, so these outer walls are 10 feet. The posts are 12 feet, and of course there'll be beams going across the top of those, joining them all together to give it that timber frame look. Got some windows and doors framed in here on the sides, but coming along good. I was very pleased with the progress they made on day one, and we'll see what this looks like as the week progresses.
So next thing on the list here is I got a little viewer appreciation item, and this comes from Paul Jacobs, who lives up in Naples, New York. And Paul, actually, we had a chance to meet back this last September at the ArmFest event up at the Illinois Railway Museum, and had a chance to visit for a little bit. But since then, Paul wanted to get some Kearney and Trecker hats made up. He's a big fan of K&T, as am I. So he told me he found the logo, had it digitized with an embroiderer, and then they came in and embroidered the K&T logo on a hat, and he wanted to send me one of them, and I love it, man. It's a nice hat, it's a nice fitting hat, and it's got K&T on it, which again is one of my favorite manufacturers. So anyway, thank you, Paul. I will wear this with pride, and hopefully here before long, when we get the new shop up, be able to pick up a few new K&T items maybe to go out there. At least that's what I'm hoping. So anyway, thanks a lot for the hat. I do appreciate it.
Well, they just wrapped up day two out here building my new shop, and today went a lot slower, I guess, in a lot of regards, which they didn't have the full crew out here, number one, but number two, we were doing all the heavy lifting with the posts and beams down the center section here, and they're quite finicky to work with. They're 8x8, so having to make all the cuts, trying to make good square cuts, and haven't got a chop saw to do that. Have to take your time doing it, using a skill saw, going around and cutting it out. Also some notching being done on some of these beams in here. But anyway, after a day, we got all the heavy lifting done. Everything is set now in place. And tomorrow, hopefully, they're going to be able to come in here and get the rafters and start putting them on the sides. Let's see. So everything is just kind of in place right now, but they're going to come back and I've got plates that will go in all these joints up here, which will be lag bolted in place. Also going to be driving some spikes down basically all the way through the top, through both of the posts and into the beam, or through both of the beams and into the post rather. And that'll also help secure it.
So up next here, I got a little giveaway that we're going to do. This is actually a contribution from one of my viewers out there, Peter Clark, who lives in East Sussex over in Great Britain. And he contacted me back before Christmas, told me that he had some tool holders, some tool post holders for a tool post that go on a little small lathe, and asked me if I had a use for them. I said, quite honestly, you know, it's not the type I use. I don't even have a lathe really small enough to use these on. And I said, really, I really hate to take them because they'll just sit in the shop. I won't be able to use them. He said, tell you what, I'm going to send them to you anyway, and maybe you can do a giveaway and find a viewer out there who can actually use these and put them to use. So let me zoom you in here and show you what all Peter sent. This is going to be a package, and we're going to have probably a drawing for someone, a lucky person out there, to win these. And we'll go over the rules for the drawing here in just a minute. So I've unpacked everything for you guys to see it. I got the original boxes that all these go in, but we pulled them all out here. But again, these are just little tool post holders, or tool holders for a tool post holder that doesn't come with the actual tool post holder, but just the individual holders here. And these are made by RDG Tools, which is another English manufacturer that makes these in a couple different styles, mostly for smaller lathes. And it's a good style. I've seen these used before, where it basically is very similar to like the Aloris type, but a little bit different take on it. So you got a little extruded part here that's been ground or whatever to fit down on there and lock in place. You can adjust the height, and of course you can put different tool posts or tool bits in here, high-speed steel, carbide, whatever. So there's 3 of them that are just you know, for a piece of holding a tool holder, but one of them here actually has a special holder, a separate part that fits in here, and this is for a parting tool. And he's including the parting tool. There's an extra parting tool. One end is broken on this one, but the other end's good. These they break. He's got some carbide inserts for the parting tool, and then there's also a high-speed steel parting tool holder here that holds a high-speed steel parting tool. So basically 4 tool holders here. These are for size T63. And again, RDG Tools makes a couple of different styles of these to fit different lathes. I went on the internet and pulled it up, and it's made to fit either an AS or a T63. Either one of those, it'll fit. It says used on machines like Bantam, Chipmaster, etc. The size is 73 millimeters by 32 millimeters by 43 millimeters high, and takes well, that's for the parting holder, but still that's what it is. So anyway, this is what we've got. It'll all go together. We're going to send it back out just like it is. So whoever gets this will get a couple of tool holders. We'll get a parting tool, or actually 2 parting tools, some carbide cutters, etc. All right, so you see what we're giving away. And so if you have a use for these, if you've got a T63 or AS type tool holder on your lathe, or interested in purchasing one for a smaller lathe for these to fit, I will consider you to be eligible to win these. I really, and Peter does too, we want these to go to someone that's going to use them. I don't want to just give them away to someone that's going to put them on a shelf. I don't really want to give them to someone who's going to put them up on eBay and sell them. I really want these to go to someone that can use them. So if you've got a small lathe, interested in buying a tool holder, or if you already have a tool holder that these fit, I will consider you eligible, and it's just going to be on the honor system there. And here's how we're going to do the giveaway. So what I'm going to do is we're going to let you guys email, and we'll let this go for about 2 weeks. So from whenever I post this, I'll put the cutoff date down here where you guys can see when the cutoff date is going to be, because it's going to depend on when it actually gets posted up. We'll let this go for 2 weeks. And what you need to do, please do not enter the contest by sending a comment on YouTube, because it's very difficult for me to keep those straight. What I want you to do is I want you to send me an email. And my email address, again, is right down here. It's right below my name. It pops up at the beginning of all my videos. And you can email me at that email address and tell me you want to enter. Here's what I need. Now, okay, and this will help me out if you guys will do this. So number one, in the subject, put Tool Post Giveaway. Okay, subject of email. Send the email to krucker@foundrycity.net. Subject, Tool Post Giveaway. Okay, then I'll know immediately what it is. In that email, I want you to tell me your name, and I want you to tell me your shipping address. I will ship these parts. I will pay for the shipping on this to go anywhere in the world. Okay, I realize that there's probably more tool holders like this over in England or other countries related to England than probably in the U.S., although there probably are some in the U.S. as well. So I will ship these wherever they need to go. But be sure you include your shipping address in your email. And as a side note, I would like, as in addition to that, for you to tell me how you're going to use these. Just send me a little note. Say, hey, I've got such and such lathe, or hey, these will fit my tool holder. I've got the tool holder. These will work. Just kind of let me know how you plan on using them. And if you want to, you can even send a picture or something of your lathe that you might put it on. I think that would be interesting to see. And even maybe yourself with a lathe or something like that. So when we do the drawing, we can share and kind of show that. So that won't be a requirement, but I would really appreciate it if maybe you'd shoot me a picture with you and your lathe that these would go on. I think that'd be kind of neat to share that with folks out there. So again, send me an email, krucker@foundrycity.net. The subject is going to be Tool Post Giveaway, and you're going to put your name and shipping address in there and how you plan to use these. That's what I want. And what we will do is all the entries that come in, I'm just going to put the names into a bucket, and we'll draw a name out of the hat or the bucket or what have you, and that will be the lucky winner. And again, I will pay for shipping to go wherever it needs to go to, anywhere in the world. So anyway, that's how we're going to do it. We'll let this go for 2 weeks, and then in a couple of weeks we'll announce who the lucky winner is for these. And hopefully, I'm sure there's quite a few people out there who could probably use these, and I think this will be a fun little thing to do. And Peter, thank you for sending these along. Like I said, Peter just didn't have a need for them and said, they need to go to someone who can use them. And he knew that through my channel and the people that see this every time I post a video, that he could probably come up with someone, or I could come up with someone that would be an appropriate fit for him. So there's the game plan. Send them on to me. We'll let it go for 2 weeks. If you see this video after the cutoff date, I'm sorry guys, it's over.
It's been a couple of days since I've actually been out here to see the shop. Let's see, they started on Tuesday last week. I was here Tuesday and Wednesday, or around Tuesday and Wednesday, kind of seeing things go up. Thursday, I had to go out of town, and they were here working. I saw a little bit going on Thursday morning, but then I had to run over to Savannah, Georgia for a meeting, and of course they were out here working on Thursday and Friday on the shop. So I got about 2 days worth of work here that just got back home on Sunday afternoon and kind of checking things out here. So looks like they've started putting the rafters up, got most of them up. A few in the back still need a few more in there. And I got the front and back walls there. As you can see, that's going to go up a little bit higher. There'll be a little clear story in the top there. with some windows down the side to get some natural light in. And of course they'll be framing another roof on top of that, so it'll kind of have an appearance of a barn. Let's walk inside and kind of take a look at it. So we got the rafters down the side part here, all the way down on the north side of the building, and on the south side of the building goes down, and got, you know, almost well, about probably 2/3 of them done down the south side. Didn't quite get finished on Friday. Let's see, of course, we just mentioned they got the end walls up. Of course, you can see the area. They'll be framed for my roll-up doors. I'll have one on the front and the back. See, they got the plates put in here, the metal tie plates to just kind of help hold everything together, keep things from coming apart. And haven't climbed up on a ladder to see, but I also made some 18-inch long spikes or pins that they were going to drill a hole and drive 2 of them in on each one of these all the way down through there, so just to give some more support. So hopefully that's done as well, but I haven't been up there to see. I got the windows on the, just going to have windows on one side, on the south side of the building here, and they got those, they were roughed in. We didn't have the size of the windows, so they waited, and they got those all framed in now as well. I'm not putting windows down the north side, because eventually, and probably pretty soon after I get this done, I'm going to actually build a little side shed or lean-to shed coming off this back side, and have some outside covered storage down through here. So anyway, I decided not to put any windows on that side, but I do have a couple of doors that will go outside, and we'll be running a dividing wall eventually. It may not be at first, but I'm going to divide the shop in 2 areas, a woodworking area and a metalworking area, and just be divided in half, so there'll basically be a wall running right through here. So shop is coming along. It's looking good. Very happy with what I'm seeing. Hopefully they'll be back this week and finish getting the rafters put on, get the knee wall put in up here at the top with the windows, and get the top rafters put on, and hopefully get some tin put on this thing. We're going to put a metal roof on it, and then of course put the siding up on the outside. Man, made a lot of progress. Maybe we'll get this thing dried in pretty quick. Just a side view of where we're at so far, kind of get an idea of the size of the building. Some people have been asking, I've mentioned it a couple times before, but it's 42 feet wide and 80 feet long. 10-foot eaves on the sides, 12-foot to the top of the cross beams in the middle, and then it will go up to 16 feet at the tops of those end walls, and of course there'll be a framed in rafters up there, so the center part will even be a little bit higher than that, but got a lot of room. I'm loving it. Of course, everybody's telling me I'm going to run out quick, and truth of the matter is I'm got enough machinery to go a long ways toward filling this thing up already, particularly on the woodworking side, so it won't take long.
So once again, that'll be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed a couple of items we got here in the mail over the last week or so. Hope you enjoyed seeing the shop updates, and I will continue posting videos on the shop as progress is made. So hopefully my contractors will be out here again this week making more progress, and assuming that the weather holds out and they get some things done, don't get called off on another job or something, we'll get another update out to you guys next week and show you the progress where we're at. As you can imagine, I'm really excited about the shop. I'm like a kid waiting on Christmas for that shop to get finished out there. It's been my dream pretty much my whole life, and definitely for my adult life. So the last 25 years or so, that shop is it's been high on my list, and I just haven't been able to do it. And the planets seem to be aligning now, and we're getting that shop up, and I'm really excited about it. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys later on.